Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. Like I was saying, welcome. This will hopefully be our second to last video. So, where we've left off with this night is we got our independent weapons magnetized. So, we got our thunder hand, our Gatling cannon, our Reaper chainsword done. Let me get this into. There we go. Our Reaper chainsword done. So what do we got left? We got our bolt cannon, which we're going to try to square this up a little bit better. We got our two other guns. So we went ahead, kind of put some green stuff in these, put some magnets. Haven't done it on this one yet, but we'll get that done. And then we got this one done as well for the flamer. So what does that mean? Well, we got two magnets put in here, 3 magnets, 4 and 5 magnets left. So that's all we got left. So we are smoking along. So let's go ahead and get this going. So let's go ahead and mix up some green stuff, and we will get this on its way. Like I said, this should hopefully be our second to last video. We have got our armor pulled off because makes painting easier. Makes life a lot easier when it's off to the side. We have our bolter and melter that are going to go here. And then we got on top our carapace weapons that are going to go on. So, ooh, that's nice. Spilled a little bit of water there. So we're going to mix up this green stuff. Get our hands a little bit wet so that it doesn't stick to us, and we'll go ahead and get this done. So like I said, this is real quick. This model is really close to being done. Like the way it's turning out, and I'm gonna have to paint this up though. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do with the paint scheme on it, or how we're gonna go about doing this paint scheme. We'd be interested in some people's ideas on this. So that's what we're going to be doing. Upcoming videos, we're going to have some Wraith videos and some other 40K models. But if you have any suggestions, feel more than welcome to throw them the suggestions or throw them up on YouTube. Got a YouTube channel, same name, Talik2. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so we got our green stuff mixed up. So let's go ahead and throw some in. Get a nice little ball here. And got a little bit too big, so we will throw it in. Use our finger to get it nice and in there, and then we will use our magnets. Grab a magnet, make sure we got it on the right way. Use our little trick here of using smaller magnets. Still going the right way. So, grab a bead of super glue. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Just put a drop of super glue on this. This is just insurance. This is nothing more than that. Get our magnet. Chuck it a third time, because nothing's worse than accidentally polarizing it the wrong way. And just slide her together. Push it in, push it in, push it in. So, we know that there's going to be a set on this. So then, once we get it in, we'll grab our tweezers over here, which I found work a little bit better. And we will just grab these magnets and pull them off. And there we go. That's pretty well done. We'll check it. Just to make sure we got the right depth and whatnot. So that looks good. Set it off to the side. So now, next thing is our magnet on our weapons. So we are going to use one of these larger magnets that come in our kit. And we are going to look at it. And let me grab some stuff off to the side here. And as we look at this, this slides in absolutely beautifully. My concern about it is, though, there's nothing to hold it if it gets pushed in a little bit deeper over time. So what I'm going to do is get my fingers a little bit wet again. Grab a little bit of green stuff and make like a green stuffed snake. Just like we always used to. So, and then I'm going to take it and slide it in around here. And then look for my tool, which I had out specifically for this job tonight. Got a little hook on the end, and I'm going to push it in all the way, just like we didn't want to with our magnet. And then pull it back a little bit and get it to just hold on there. Kind of pushing it in. Don't know if you can see, because I can't even see what I'm doing right now. But give it a little bit of a lip in there. I think you can see it just in there. Kind of give it a little lip to stop that magnet from falling all the way in. Take our super glue, run a very small bead all the way around just to give us some extra insurance, and slide our magnet in. So push our magnet just a little bit in, and there we go. Magnet's in. So now we are going to start putting our carapace weapons in. So these are going to go pretty quick here. I'd actually give that a second to dry because, let's be honest, we just don't want it to quite sit in there. So now we got a nice large weapon in there. So get a little bit of green stuff in here. Same thing on this side. Throw a little bit on here. Don't know if I've glued that, did I? Nope, I have not glued that yet. Okay. Well, what's nice about the bolter is it has its own housing. So we'll go ahead and glue that into place here real quick. Maybe the glue decides that it would like to come out today. So we'll glue it in. Call it good. Get a nice bead going. Alright. Then we will put a little bit of green stuff in there just to fill the hole. That way our magnet has a little bit of a backing to stop on. Okay. So let those dry for a second. These ones as well. Put a little bit of green stuff on them. And we will push this through. So I hope everybody's having a good night. Like I said, this will hopefully be our second to last video on this. We just got our carapace weapons to do and our little weapons here, but those, to be honest, very easy, very straightforward to do. So as you can see here, I'm just using my little sculpting tool to push this green stuff in to give me a spot for my magnet to go. Mainly just it makes life easy. So same thing here. Just push the green stuff in just a little bit. Gives you a nice little backing. Since we do have quite a bit of green stuff left, we'll put some more in and fill it up a little bit. So, like I said, just push it in. If you feel like you're sticking to the green stuff, a little bit of water and you'll be fine. So that's all we got left. So it's going pretty quick here, as you can see. Just pack it in. And I'm not on the camera. I apologize about that. So you can see there we packed it in. And now we will check our magnet size up. So go ahead and get it fully packed. I have a feeling this one's gonna need a little bit more. So on this weapon, both the flamer and the ion use the same back shield. So you are going to have to not glue this, you're going to have to actually magnetize it and then use your shield as an interchangeable part and just use the magnet to hold it on. So let's go ahead and get a magnet going. So okay, that's the direction we want to go. Center it up, push it in. Ooh, that's not what we wanted. pushed it in at an angle there. Did not want to do that, so pick it out of this green stuff. Get it back centered as best you can, and if it's still fighting you, pull it all the way out. Try it again. It is still not liking that center. Not wanting to go in straight. So let's see if I can get it to go. There we go. Like that a lot better. So then we'll dry fit it. Goes in like so, and then we will clip this on. I do not like the feel of that, so let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get this to be a little bit better. So that was a little bit weak right now. So let's see. Pulled it right out. So we're going to have to work on that just a little bit, but we'll get this to sit up just nice and neat. So that got a little bit deeper than I wanted it to. So we're going to have to work on it. So that's why we're doing this dry fit. This is a little bit of a newer weapon system. Normally what you do before this weapon, you just put your magnet in right here and you'd be done. But now you got to process this magnet a little bit deeper than I'd ideally like. So we're gonna have to work on that. Not too big of a deal though. So let's see if we can pull this out just a touch. And we got it to move just a little bit. So let's see, what can we do? There's a couple options here. Well, I'm thinking on the fly here. We could put a magnet across this back end, because we do have a spare one. Could grab one of these, put it across this back end like so. Let it hold itself in there, and then glue it, use like a magnet sandwich on it. And that should work. Use like a nice little magnet sandwich. I'm not sure if I want to do that though. To be honest with you, that's a lot of magnets, and it's a fair deal of work. But I don't think I have a better idea off the top of my head right now. So let's go ahead, get a little bit of green stuff, lay it across, just like so. And this is just going to act for a nice place to put our magnet in. So right now, what we're going to do is figure out which way this magnet needs to face. So this magnet needs to go right like that, pulling in. So what we're going to do is put it like this, centered nicely. Make sure that this is the way it wants to go. Oh yeah, that works. Now that we got it stuck, we're going to have to use our little pry bar here and pry it out, hopefully. Hopefully. Ooh, that is not wanting to come out now. Let's see what I can do about this. Okay, so it's definitely stuck in there. Let's grab some more magnets. Not wanting to pull out. Try something else. Okay. Come on, little thing, come on out. Alright, well, that is actually stuck in there pretty gosh darn good. Alright, so that is a oops. So, what am I going to do? So, what I'm going to do is actually just put a bead of super glue on this, right like so, and let this green stuff harden, and slide it on right like that. Hopefully it'll stick to the green stuff. Then I can pull it apart. But now I gotta be careful because my green stuff will seal to this. So we want our green stuff to stick to it, but not overstick. See if we can get it to pull out now. Give it a second. It is not wanting to come. So we pulled out all the super glue. We'll clean this up now. Take our little tool out. Come on. Alright, come on. There we go. Got it out. Okay. That was close. So, okay, that's where we want it to go. So what we'll do is we'll put a lot of magnets in between this to make sure we're right. Okay, we got a little one stuck there because I can grab a hold of that little one. Not okay is when we get this big one stuck in there and I really don't have a good way to get a hold of it. So now we will glue this on to the green stuff. And when it's doing this, I apologize, this is not going like I want it to. So there we go though. It is getting in there. We'll get this down and in here. Let that set up. Kind of put a mark in there where our bead is, so we'll put that off to the side here. Then we will grab this with our tweezers, pull it out. One, grab it with our tweezers. Two. Alright, so that was a whole lot of fun. We cracked our glue just a little bit up here. So we'll put a little bit of glue in there and glue it back together. There we go. So that was a whole lot of fun there, as you can see. So we'll set this off to the side now. It's drying, it's going in, it's going in. Alright, so now where are we at? We're at our bolter, our gun, and our I forget what this is called, sorry. So that's where we're at. So we got everything else pretty well magnetized now. Gonna need to clean this up a little bit from the fight that we just had with it. So we'll go ahead and let those dry off to the side. And we'll look at this. So right now we got our arms magnetized, our chain sword magnetized. We're going to go ahead and pull off we'll put on the carapace, I guess, and look at it. So we got our carapace, and like as I was saying, this one won't take long to do. So we slide it on, and we will glue this eventually. Now, the new Knight model has a cockpit that's going to go in here. There's a door that goes over the top that you can glue in, and you will never see that cockpit again. So you got two options. Put the door on, and if you're going to put the door on and close it, I don't even recommend putting that cockpit in. It's, for lack of better words, a waste. Not worth the fight. But if you're going to put it in, let's go ahead and look at how we're going to magnetize it. There'd be a small little magnet we'd put in here on the door. We got the carapace weapons left, which are really, really easy to do. It's just literally two magnets, snap them in. And then we got our bolters and whatnot left to do. So that is where we're at. We will slide our, we're going to let this dry for a second. We'll use a little bit of kicker to help speed it up. This green stuff is going to take a little bit to dry, so I'll probably not click them together on tonight because I really don't want to fight them again. Alright, that goes together nicely. Okay, that does go together nicely. Alright, so next step, grab your magnets, and now we're going to have to look at putting this together. So with this little bit of green stuff in here, actually it holds fairly tight. We kind of took up all that slop out of there, and it will actually hold very tight. But to take our insurance, we'll take a small little 3/16 magnet. Figure out which way that's going to go. Now that we figured it out, we'll pull it off. Maybe. So, and then we will, like I said before, we'll do a little trick with the small magnets. Okay, that will work good. So we'll put a drop of glue right on this, and figure out which way this is wanting to go. Push this magnet in, pull back, it's stuck, slide that off, and voila, it is done. Next one. A little bit of glue, a little bit of magnet, and it is done. That is how hard that is once everything decides it would like to cooperate. That is it. So got the magnet in there, got the magnet on the back of this, got the magnet in here. We'll clean that up after that dries just a little bit. That is all there is to the weapon. So you just clip it together, it'll hold nice and tight, you'll be able to shake it. That is it though, man. That is a nice, easy to do magnet. As long as you don't do what I did and decide to mess it up and stick two magnets together and have to fight them apart. But it is fairly simple to do. Like I said, this night is coming along great. We will be putting a magnet in. And so a lot of people ask what the magnet is for that says shoulder. You look in here. What the magnet does is, you see without the magnet, let me grab this off. Pull this off to the side. And if you look, this arm rotates fairly easily. It comes off just like we want. So there's really no reason to magnetize it other than when you go to pose it. Let's see. What I did in here to get this to stick a little bit better is there's a little bit of green stuff to add some friction. So like when we pose it up, it holds straight up. But as we start to come around with some of the heavier weapons, it will actually rotate itself around. That magnet in there will help pose it up. So you can kind of see it does it a little bit more on this one. We try to pose it up, it holds it down, holds it back pretty well. And over time this is actually going to get looser and looser just from playing with it. But that's what we're looking at. Looks like a great model, coming in very easily. Like I said, next video is just going to be the carapace weapon on top and the two here on the sides, the shield and the bolter, and that will be it, and this model will be done. We'll talk in paint schemes next going on, so hopefully everybody will be around for those, and I look forward to it. So we'll finish this model up next week. We'll have a stream on Sunday, and I will see everybody then. Thank you.